in Connecticut, most of the majority of the gun owners did not comply with the law to register their firearms. And there's been a lot of backlash or a lot of back and forth. As a matter of fact, Connecticut Carry came out and said, hey, look, enforce it or repeal it, which is great. I mean, that's awesome that they're actually calling them out, because the people of Connecticut have the moral high ground here, big time. So anything that Connecticut does is going to end up looking bad, short of repealing. What do you think the next step is in this, John? Where's it going from here?
Well, and you're actually one of the first to probably get to hear about it, because it only happened yesterday. I reached out to my local police department, and where this whole thing took place, where the officer works. And I called yesterday morning, and I left them that I had gotten, in that fact, it was Captain Morgan. And I said, I told him what I was, and I said, any chance you guys may want to talk to me? I said, because I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but, you guys have a forest fire going on out here, and I think we need to address it.
Uh-huh.
And he said, well, let me run up the chain of command, talk to some other people and the chief, and see if he wants to, talk to you. 5 minutes later, my phone rings, and he said, when can you come in today? The chief wants to talk to you immediately. So I went into, I went in, and we sat down, and some pleasantries, and the meeting lasted 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I was there 2.5 hours, and it was a very frank discussion, a very honest discussion about the whole boiling pot of water thing, and the fact that the vast majority or very many people are no longer going to allow this to move forward.
Right.
The line's drawn, and there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of and more people every day are waking up to the fact that we're just not, you can't go forward anymore. The stripping of our rights, and the over. And I even told them that I'm not sure if you guys have heard this term. I said the tyrannical police state. I said we're living it right now, and I said just put on YouTube, or go on the web, and it's a daily occurrence abuse that's being done out there. And it was a good conversation. Everything went well, and we came to some conclusions or how we can move forward from here. And I was supposed to get a phone call this morning at 9:00 because they wanted to draft an apology. They wanted to do a public apology at a news conference, and they wanted to know if I would endorse their apology. I said, well, first of all, I have to see the apology.
Right.
And there needs to be, some caveats for me. I told them the apology does not have to come to me. I don't want the apology from me. I don't need an apology. I told them you need to apologize to the citizens of Branford and the citizens of the state of Connecticut.
Yeah, big time.
I said that's where the apology needs to be focused at. And I said that also you need to make it known that the police department, you're going to ensure that they have remedial education in the rights of the American citizen and the Constitution, and how it affects them and how it affects the people, and what is right and what is wrong.
Oh, you hit them square in the you-know-what. Oh, yeah.
Those are the two things I said, and I said it would be nice if you would just throw in there that it's an unjust, unconstitutional law, and we're not going to enforce it in. We want to repeal, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to put that in there. But it would be nice if you really want to put the fire out.
Boy, if they want, let me tell you something. If they ever came out with something like that, first of all, it's totally unexpected to ever think that they would actually take accountability for anything. But to actually see civil servants being accountable for something, finally, good grief. I mean, that would be huge, monumental.
It would be. Now, with that, all that, they said, okay, we're going to take care of this tonight. We'll call you about 9:00 tomorrow morning, which was this morning. And while they come in, you can look at it and we can make arrangements. And they were all very. I left there feeling really good, and they listened and I was frank with the whole situation. I talked about if you knock on my door with a warrant, then I have no choice but you can come in. I said, try not to destroy my house, but come in, do what you got to do. And I said, but it's going to might be a starkly different response if you bang my door at 4 o'clock in the morning. I told them straight out.
Yeah.
I said, anybody can kick a door and yell, police, we have a search warrant. I said, bad move. I said, if you come like gentlemen to my house, obviously you have a warrant and you can come in. I'm going to, sit down and not say a word, and you do whatever it is you guys detect and do whatever it is you do. And I said, if you're foolish enough to think I have as much suspended shell casing in my house, I said, you got to think I'm some kind of moron.
Yeah.
So we had, it was good. So, but no phone call today. All day.
Go figure. Well,
no contact.
Well, let me tell you something. Yeah, now you've been a firefighter. How long now?
22 years as a career firefighter.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. So the bureaucracy in the government sometimes a little bit slow. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go away. Much more with John Cinque when we come back. Awesome conversation so far. 3 minutes.